Let's take a look at what happened in the stock market today and try to find some buying and selling opportunities using technical analysis. If we listen to the news, then we can interpret the news in different ways. If we are looking at our lines, this is pretty clear. Tesla is up $5.66. That's 3.29%, closed at 177.55. Post-market down a little bit. Let's take a look at what this means on the chart. So for the past week or so, we have been down lower than 174.89. Now we are coming back up a little bit. So we are back above 174.89. But we also have some resistance at 180.38. So, I would not believe it until we break a 180.38. If we break that, then it would take us right here under this downward resistance that we caved in under April 30th, that we caved in, several times in the past. So, on the 1 hour chart, even though we have stochastic over 60, because we have a downward resistance, a diagonal downward resistance that has been in place since July of last year, I would not be buying that too much. And also because we have another resistance right here at 194.35. So this is pretty much in line with that. So if we break 194.35 on the daily chart, then I would start considering this a buy signal. If you want to play maybe a little bit of a move, then you need to switch on the 1 hour chart. If we switch on the 1 hour chart, if we start breaking above 180.38, then you can be catching a little bit of a swing from 180.38 to 190. And I say 190 because we could be caving in again under that resistance. So you can choose a small play, or you can wait for a real bigger play on Tesla. Take a look at the VIX. So VIX coming up a little bit higher. Again, we have been caving under this downward resistance. So, nothing to fear. This is just a little bit of a bump. If we start breaking $14 and 14.85, then we can question what is going to happen with the stock market. So far, this is good. In terms of the bonds are also falling. Look at how stochastic is going lower and lower. So this is nice to see this. This is going to help. And the US dollar is also caving in. And look at the stochastic right here. So let's hope that the dollar is going to go back to 104. So all of these things would be helping the stock market ultimately. Let's take a look at our stock indices to see how they are faring. Dow Jones, pretty much stable for the past 3 days. S&P 500 continuing. We have a little bit of resistance at 52.67 for SPX. And NASDAQ, great stochastic. Now we just need to break 18,336 to have another move up. Let's take a look at our Magnificent Seven. So Apple breaking a 187.08. So this one is showing some strength right now. You can consider this a buy signal. We have stochastic over 60. We were outside of a downward resistance, outside of a congestion zone. The buy signal, it happened right here at 183, and it was good for a whole week. Now we are seeing a move higher, so you can still jump it. Amazon, this one is a little bit weak for my taste. We have been back into our bullish channel, but now we are seeing some problems. It is having a hard time breaking above 189.83. So this is a new resistance that we can just discover. So Amazon is not as strong as originally thought because it has gone back into its bullish channel. But if it does not break a previous high, then it's not really bullish. It is into a congestion zone. AMD, nothing to see here. We have stochastic. We have great earnings. Look at this positive surprise, 19% in earnings. So that's pretty good. So now we are back above 116.50 with a good stochastic. This is a very shy break. We have just broken it barely. I would have liked to see something a little bit more solid, but it is what it is. So this is a buy, but the risk is just a little bit higher because of that. Google continuing in its bullish channel. Microsoft just broke today 415.25. So that's a milestone in itself. We tried for the last week. It was very hard, but now we have succeeded. So you can consider this a buy. Meta, nothing to say. NVIDIA going sideways. Palantir, we are still above 2045. So at least we have this support. We have buyers that are not letting this one go lower than that. So we have a new floor and we stayed above that floor and we called it the ceiling since July of last year. But now we have reached another level. So 2045 seems to be a decent floor because we are bouncing on it. So you can consider this a weak buy signal because we are maintaining ourselves above the support. This is not the best buy signals in my opinion. We don't have stochastic over 60. So you can use 23.28. So at least if it goes above 23.28, it's going to mean that, things are moving along. SMCI going sideways. Don't touch that. So far, this one goes over 60 in terms of stochastic, comes back lower, over, lower, over, lower. So, we are not fools. And when we see things like that, we just encompass all the variability. And we now have a resistance at 796. Let's call it $8. Don't touch this before $8. EV stocks, BYD maintaining itself quite well above 28.16. Lucid, after a very bad earnings, 20% negative surprise. This goes to show that the fundamentals don't have a direct relationship with the movement of a stock. So now we are moving higher and we are making higher lows. So this is the first part. We are making higher lows and we are also making higher highs right there. So this is bullish now. You can enter into it as you please. Because we are close to this resistance part of the bullish channel, we can be coming back down a little bit, but this is the expected behavior. Neo Battery Material, nothing. Neo, happy I didn't sell. I was going to sell yesterday on Monday, but I looked at it and we opened higher than 529. So this was already better than what happened on Friday, because on Friday we opened lower than 529. So I stayed in it and now it's coming back higher. And we now have this bullish channel, this official bullish channel. And we are going to have to wrestle with 628. So we could be having some problems at 628, but then if we break 628, then this is going to be further confirmation that things are starting to move along. Novonix going sideways. Xpeng, we are seeing also something, higher lows. So, all of our EV stocks have pretty much bottomed and now they are part of a bullish channel. So that would not be a bad time to buy. So Xpeng just broke 822 also, almost has stochastic over 60. You can chance it a little bit. There's the risk of the earnings call on next week on Tuesday. So there's that bit of a risk. But aside from that, it's looking quite good. So Rivian is basically going sideways. We are having higher lows. We can see this, we are making higher lows, but we have some resistance at 1220. So we need to break. We could be going like this for a while before we break. So you can buy now because it would be a low entry, but it would not be an imbalance in the buyers and sellers. Bitcoin doing nothing, going sideways. Ripple going sideways. Physical gold going sideways. So until we break 1856, nothing to do. Same for silver. This one, we need to break 973. So Tesla is showing some strength. I cannot lie. It is making higher lows. It looks like it wants to bounce here. It has bounced once with one candle. We'll see what happens. We still need to break 180.38 to start considering it. But as I said, we have so many resistance right here. And they are so close that it's hard to have a significant swing before 194.35. So thank you very much for watching. Thank you for liking, commenting, subscribing. If you like what I do, you can become a YouTube member. Click on my TradingView affiliate link. I'm going to wish you a great evening. We are going to talk tomorrow, and I'm going to tell you